this is the magic behind it all when coming our way. So when we go and
September we met, I can tell by your smile.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'd love to talk to you about core wounds, something that we all carry, that everyone is sensitive to, that everyone has experience with. So in order to first examine which are our core wounds, we need to look a little bit further or deeper into our history and look at where it actually got developed. And this can be in several ways. This can be from how we got raised, how we got nurtured when we were very little, how we experienced some life issues, how we experienced our previous relationships, and as well which feelings are actually coming out of it, which feelings are actually associated with the core wound. Like, did we feel neglected? Did we feel unsupported? Did we feel unloved? Did we feel like we didn't have a chance in life? Do we feel like we are never good enough? Like, hit the jackpot, that's mine. And how do we start coping with these? So in general, when we are in a certain situation in our adult life and we are experiencing something that is actually triggering our core wound, we tend to go into the fight, flight, or freeze mode. And it doesn't have to be this way, because in order for us to heal from this, we should not run away, we should not fight it, we should not resist it, or we should not just do nothing about it and just stick our heads in the sand. So how do we deal with it in a natural and in a very healthy way? And in one of my upcoming trainings, we will analyze the core wound, where it comes from, how you are coping with it right now, and how we are able to transform it into becoming actually your biggest strength. Because this is the magic behind it all. When we examine and we start to examine our core wounds, we always come back to one. And we come back to the core because that's where the wound is caused, and it doesn't matter by who it's caused or how it's caused. We will look into that. But what is more important is, like, what does it have to teach us in this life? Because a wound will never be completely healed again. You can cope with it, you can see it becoming into more of a scar and carry that scar, but with proud. But you will never be able to do something that has been so deeply afflicted, to get rid of that out of your life. But there are ways in how to deal with it. There are ways in how we can actually work with that core wound and see what it is about and nurture ourselves, or give ourselves everything that that core wound is triggering and is denying us. Because often when we feel that we are tapping into that core wound again and we feel victimized, we are not able to step into our greatness and step into what we are actually here to do, and how we are actually have to deal with everything coming our way. So when we go and have a look further into this core wound, you will explore actually as well a little bit more about yourself, and why some situations are very difficult for you and why others are not. And you will be able as well to correct yourself, to observe yourself again, to know, oh my God, this is not something the other one or the other person or the other experience is causing on me, or the universe is causing on me. It is actually something that I developed already a very, very long time ago, and which I never had the time to look into, or I never even wanted to look into that, because it was always much easier to blame somebody else for it rather than looking within myself and where can I be the responsible one? Where can I take responsibility for my own life? Where can I take the responsibility for everything that is about to happen in my upcoming life? And my past shouldn't be setting a start for that. My past shouldn't be holding me back for that, because what's in the past is in the past. And every day, every moment, every morning you wake up, you have a new choice, you have a new intention to set, you have a new energy to tap into, so you can change it around. And to come back about the core wounds, there are only a few ones that are like really deeply rooted. For example, like I just told you, mine is like I'm not good enough, but you can also feel like you always have to do things by yourself. You have to do everything alone, or you have an abandonment issue in which you are actually feeling like people or experiences or good things are going to leave you, so you cannot go and hold on to them, which is exactly, of course, what you will do, trying to hold on to them. And these are all things that we can start working with, start looking into deeper levels, like an onion, which you slightly peel down and you come to the core, and that's where it is. And once you notice it, once you are aware that it's there, you can also anticipate in daily life and in daily experiences, whether that is in your relationship, whether that is in your business, whether that is with your family or with your parents or your friends, and every kind of relationship or experience, you can integrate it, you can start working with it, and you can actually just live your life with much more ease, with much more flow, because you just recognize it from the moment that it triggers you, and you will not be that sensitive to it anymore once you get the hang of it and once you start practicing how to deal with it. And you will also be much more at ease, because you will start to notice that the only one who will give you, or who will ever give you, all the security, support, love, and nurturing that you need is yourself. So it all comes from within. And what is an extra nice side effect is that you start radiating all that wholeness, all that feeling of being worthy enough, of not being scared of being alone, of taking charge, taking responsibility, making choices, all these things. You will start to do that yourself, and you will start radiating all that energy into the world. So it's only a scientific, or by law, it's by law that you attract these things in the same time. And you will start attracting these things as soon as you start living by yourself and being a whole as a person, as one, and not needing any outer things in order for you to feel whole or feel complete or feel as a complete human being, because you already are. You just think you are not, and you convince yourself otherwise because of your past experiences, which makes no sense at all. So yeah, I would invite you actually to just like tap into yourself right now, and to just look like what are the things that I am triggering on, and what are the things that are not going very smoothly in my life right now, and how can I be the one who is responsible for that, and not the other one, or not the one that I'm blaming, or not the experience that I'm blaming, or not the universe that I'm blaming for giving me shit all the time. Because the reason that you are experiencing it means that at some point in your life you were an energetic match to it, and that's fine, because you didn't know better back then, but you know better now. So I would invite you and challenge you to look at it, and to explore yourself a little bit more. And you can always comment below if you would like to share your core wounds with me. Love you. Bye.